This week on the Rollard Road Trip, we are in Tathra and just checking out the Sapphire coast, then heading inland to the snowy mountains to Jindabyne and ending up searching for some brumbies.
You cannot species, knowing now that I'm not alone, and you're all around, and I have 49 places all lined up while I'm stumbling round with a spilling cup, singing this in another
singers in there.
We're doing a redo because I accidentally pressed stop on the record. We're at Tathra.
In New South Wales, on the south coast of New South Wales.
It is
The
beautiful.
deep south.
Very much our vibe. It's a little surfy town, not much going on, but enough.
Yep.
We're staying at the NRMA Caravan Park. It's got like a splash park and everything. It's right on the beach. They only had one site left, which is an ensuite site, and it is pure luxury, but the most expensive place we've stayed so far.
Yeah, it's great.
It's beautiful. We're loving it. So we're just here at the Tathra headland, and it is gorgeous.
in another way that I am knowing that the love can stay in the out down by the water, singing our songs, my darling, the loving song going down. Oh, it goes. Oh, fast and slow.
We're at Kianini Bay now. Flynn just has to get into every rock pool and water. You can't stop him. Now he's soaked.
Waltzed into my life just as things were looking down. You were the finest thing for miles around. You had it, voice like whiskey and a soul just like a flame. You were wild as the river through these mountains. Walk the earth together, the reckless two.
So the fish and chip shop was closed, so we had to come to the pub. Tough life. Boys are up there having a beer paddle.
Hitchhike from Mexico right down to Peru. It always feels like we're just scraping by, but I wouldn't live my life without you by my side.
So, super rainy morning here. Scattered showers and thunderstorms today in Tathra. So we've had to spend a lot of time in the caravan. Been tricky. We've played blocks, we've rode our bikes in the rain, and now Pete is on it.
Cookies!
Nice. Pete,
Cookies!
also known as...
Pete's cooking.
Flinny?
Pete's cooking.
Well, I don't belong in the city. You can feel it in my bones. I'm a man of the ocean and the great unknown. But you are my first love, and you will be my last.
splash park at the NRMA, and then the pool. Very relaxing. If you were me, yeah.
I've been holding my breath, I've been counting to 10 over something you said. I've been holding back tears while you're throwing back beers. I'm alone in bed. You know why I'm afraid of change. Guess that's why we stay the same.
Pack up at Tathra.
So tell me to leave, I'll pack my bags, get on the road.
What was that?
Find someone that
Hello and welcome back to another travel day. We're heading to Bega and then on to Jindabyne. We're going to hit up the Bega cheese factory and taste some vintage Bega. I know what everyone's getting for Easter this year, and by everyone I mean one per family. Probably a kilo block of the tasty.
This is Thredbo. I don't want to redo it, so let's just keep going. We're going to Bega and then on to Jindabyne today. We've got a 10-kilometre uphill climb.
To the top of Mount Brown or something.
Oh, it's bumpy.
loves you better than I do, darling.
That is our morning. We have not planned our chat.
Remind me every day I'm not enough, but I still stay.
And we're here at the Bega Cheese Vintage House, if you'd like to call it. Bit of video in the background. Smashing the... Steph's got a ham and cheese toasty with cheddar cheese. Flynn and tasty cheese, and Poppy and Flynn have tasty cheese also on their croissant.
Guess that's
Heritage Centre.
we stay the same.
So I'm up at the museum at Bega, and Poppy came with me. She just pointed and said, "There's a little girl." I'm freaked out.
Find someone to give
These two dressed the same. He dressed him too.
Cause I keep fighting all the ways I let you down so I can stay.
Influence of life reality here. Got Pete to stop so I could film the car, thinking it was a beautiful backdrop. Didn't think about the lack of pullovers, so I've just had to walk, run at least 1.5 km on a highway.
If you want me to leave, then tell me to leave, and baby I'll go.
And baby I'll go.
How many K's up?
A couple.
Brown's Mountain.
3 down, 7 Ks to go up a hill. Sports mode, gear 3. And this is the steepest part of the whole thing.
And a train behind us of people. So Flinny falls asleep in the car if we try and drive too close to bedtime, which is what we've done. Pete opened the window to try and stop him, and the sunshade flew out 300 metres away. Sucker karma.
Remind me
Your
every
turn,
day
dude.
I'm not enough, but I still stay.
There was movement at the station, for the word had passed around that the colt from Old Regret had got away and had joined the wild bush horses. He was worth £1,000, so all the cracks had gathered to the fray. All the tried and noted riders from the stations near and far had mustered at the homestead overnight.
The air is so thin up here, I feel lightheaded.
Long day on the tools today. The drive wasn't meant to be that long, but it took us a long time on the windy road. And guess what?
It was a very slow burn. And we're here right before the storm is about to start.
Another storm. Guys,
He would go
much time in the
wherever
water?
horse or man could go.
we're attracting a thunderstorm.
And Clancy of the overflow came down to lend a hand. No better horseman ever held the
Looking for
rein.
Nessie. No
For
fault.
never horse could throw him while the saddle girths would stand. And he learned to ride while droving on the plains. And one was there, a stripling, on a small and weedy beast. He was something like a racehorse undersized, with a touch of time or pony, 3 parts thoroughbred at least.
Where are we going, Pops?
Something up the mountain.
We sure are.
Parts thoroughbred at least, and such as are by mountain horsemen prized. He was hard and tough and wiry, just the sort that won't say die. There was courage in his quick, impatient tread, and he bore the badge of gameness in his bright and fiery eye. Proud and lofty carriage of his head.
Going up the bobsled and Thredbo, Pops.
Yep.
Is it fun?
Yep.
There's Mama back there. Great day for it.
So slight and weedy, one would doubt his power to stay. And the old man said, that horse will never do. For a long and tiring gallop, lad, you'd better stop away. Those hills are far too rough for such as you. So he waited sad and wistful, only Clancy stood his friend. Oh, I think we ought to let him come, he said. And I warrant he'll be with us when he's wanted at the end. For both his horse and he a mountain bred. Oh, he hails from Snowy River, up by Kosciuszko side, where the hills are twice as steep and twice as rough, where a horse's hooves strike firelight from the flintstones every stride, and the man that holds his own is good enough. And the Snowy River riders on the mountains make their home, where the river runs those giant hills between. I have seen full many horsemen since I first commenced to roam, but no way yet such horsemen have I seen. So he went, they found the horses by the big mimosa clump. They raced away towards the mountain's brow. And the old man gave his orders, boys, go at 'em from the jump. No use to try for fancy riding now. And Clancy, you must wheel them, try and wheel them to the right. And ride boldly, lad, and never fear the storm. For never yet
At the
was rider
Wild
that could
Rum
keep
Breed
that mob in
Distillery,
sight.
as recommended
It
by
was
Allo.
in the shelter of those hills.
Got a shot ski as a result with toddlers. What do you think, Pops?
Racing on the wing,
No.
where the best
Just
and
no?
boldest riders take their
So good having a 3-year-old.
And he raced his stock horse past them, and he made the rangers ring with his stock whip as he met them
Thank
face
you.
to face. Then they halted for a moment while he swung the dreaded lash, but they saw their well-beloved mountain full in view. And they
touring
charged
bakeries
beneath the stock whip
around
with a
Australia.
sharp and sudden dash,
Cooma
and
today.
off into the mountain.
Cooma for Flynn's nap, who is taking the day pretty hard. Yeah, he's just a mental case, so he needs some sleep before we head on to the Wild Brumbies.
And off into the mountain scrub they flew. Then past the horsemen followed, where the gorge is deep and black, resounded to the thunder of their tread. And the stock whips woke the echoes, and they fiercely answered back from cliffs and crags that beetled overhead. And upward, ever upward, the wild horses held their way, where Currajong and Mountain Ash grew wide. And the old man muttered fiercely, we may bid the mob good day, no man could hold them down the other side. When they reached the mountain summit, even Clancy took a pull. It well might make the boldest hold their breath. The wild hop scrub grew thickly, and the hidden ground was full of wombat holes, and any slip was death. But the man from Snowy River let the pony have his head, and he swung his stock whip round and gave a cheer.
Coleman campground, Coolman campground in the Snowy Mountains.
Mount Kosciuszko National Park.
Kosciuszko National Park. Yep. Finally made it here, 4:30. Cooking dinner. Bit hectic coming in, but we got back. So, yeah. Need to sort our lives out.
He raced him down the mountain like a torrent down its bed, while the others stood and watched in very fear.
Check out.
He sent the flintstones flying, but the pony kept his feet. Oh, he cleared the fallen timber in his stride. And the man from Snowy River never shifted in his seat. It was grand to see that mountain horseman ride. Through the stringy barks and saplings on the rough and broken ground, down the hillside at a racing pace he went. And he never drew the bridle till he landed safe and sound at the bottom of that terrible descent. He was right among the horses as they climbed the farther hill, and the watchers on the mountain standing mute saw him ply the stock whip fiercely. He was right among them still as he raced across the clearing in pursuit. Then they lost him for a moment where two mountain gullies met. In the ranges over the final glimpse reveals, on a dim and distant hillside, the wild horses racing yet, with the man from Snowy River at their heels.
Alrighty, just been to the Jindabyne caves and thermal pools.
Yep, they were quite warm, mid-20s, and 2 pools, one big one, really deep, and one small one for the kids. Very relaxing, but it was a steep walk down the valley to get to them. It was very fun, actually.
The caves were really cool. It cost us
$20 each.
$20 each. The kids were free, and they were great. Self-guided, so we could take our time with these two who had never been in there. What'd you think of the cave, Pox? Bleedy, what do you think of the caves? We're right on nap time, trying to get back to the camp, so.
Yeah, good 20 minutes away. Not ideal, but
Wish us luck.
At midnight in the cold and frosty sky, and where around the overflow the reed beds sweep and sway to the breezes and the rolling plains are wide. Oh, the man from Snowy River is a household word today, and stockmen tell the story of his ride.
Next week, back to our home state, to the Victorian High Country, via Wagga Wagga.
Tell the story of his ride.